Sagittarius, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest. Chillin', my name's Armando. This is a message for the Sagittarius Sun and Rising Collective, attuned to the vibration of the full moon in Aries. Sagittarius, take only what resonates. This may be about you, this may be about them, this may be about everyone involved. This may be about the past, the present, or the future indeed. Once again, take only what resonates. Hit like if it does resonate. Thank you so much for being here. I honor you, our energetic exchange. Ever so grateful to be here alongside you on your path. And yes, what else was I going to say? Thank you so much. Let's get a number, and I'll also read the astrology for you as I gather my thoughts with the numbers here. It is a lot about coming to a new community. Maybe this you've done this coming out of what you experienced in the last year and a half or the last 9 months was the climactic release. You're in a new space, place, even a new community. This is what this moon is highlighting for you, is how you're showing up as far as for yourself, but also in the midst of being surrounded in a new space, new surroundings. Okay, yeah, we have number 1, the sun. So the 5th house is very prominent in your reading here. A new beginning for you out of troubled waters is what it seems like. So we have a auspicious number 8, the good seed. Yeah, who did I read for yesterday? Libra and Virgo. So it could be about your job. It could be about daily routine, your health. Your health is brightening, you're feeling better, or you're taking care of yourself in a new format, in a new way. Also, that message about spiritual inclination, spiritual medicine, becoming spiritual, or just care for yourself involves a lot of spiritual work. And yes, your relationships are changing as well. Okay, the Sun card here. Let me read you the timeline. Thank you, Sag. We asked our guides of the highest, most brilliant divine light, protect us. I jumped the gun on that one. You could be wanting to move fast. Something may be coming to you quickly where you're just having to gather your thoughts immediately. You're having to gather your speech immediately. You know, so the next year will be very different. It's turning out to be very different. Things grow toward the sun. The sun is tired too. This card represents the joys of being alive. How good does the sun feel on your skin? So getting not a lot, just getting enough sun, vitamin D, right? Feel confident and empowered. The timeline, this is happening now. Okay, but the next year will be very auspicious, is what it seems, is how it's turning out for you. Let's grab the sacred symbols. Happy full moon in Aries. Happy birthday to the Libra collective. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Hit like along the way if the message resonates. There's a message here from your guides about what to focus on. If you feel scatterbrained, having the courage to take the leap of faith, starting anew, even though you may have come from a hard time, coming out of a hard time, lucky and courage. Card number 47, card number 37. Wow. So the number 10 as well, right? Number 10, 11, 11, 10, 10, 11. Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. All the tens, right? Okay, here, yes, having the courage to step into the limelight. More so, it is with your divine self, right? That's what we encourage here, is first coming to an understanding of your mirror self, your divine self. How to remove impurities from the flame, what to focus on. You could definitely, it usually comes up for you, Sagittarius, that you're performing some type of centered, focused work, fire magic, candle magic, kitchen magic. But having the courage to communicate, I'm feeling a lot better, but I'm still a little dry, just dry. Yes. Okay, unconditional love. That's where it's at, baby. Okay, Sagittarius, what's the challenge for you? Okay, the vision. And coming out of this, yeah, you may have felt like you were trapped. You may have felt like you were never, or the feeling of how to escape this, how to move out of this. The challenge being gaining your vision, your motivation, your centered focus, what to focus on, maybe a lot on your mind. We have card 55, we have card 43, and then we have card 72 with agape, unconditional love. The basis of this is also, yes, there are so many candles in these in the collage here, but it is about meeting yourself with a caring mentality, a caring for yourself, basically, in all aspects. The vision, maybe the challenge is centered focus, honoring that you will come out of this, perhaps wondering how you can come out of the hard time, coming out of feeling held back, feeling a lot of need for rest and a lot of need for self-care to regenerate and blossom. So the Death card as well. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Mask. Yeah, you're coming into a new identity as far as your role, the role you play at work, at home, with yourself, the way you see yourself. Ten of Cups. The colors pink and green and yellow. Okay, more clarity on the situation, the challenge, and the basis or origin of this for the Sagittarius collective. Yes, Seven of Wands. You could have felt like you'd catch something and it's not catch and release. It'd slip out of your hands. Ace of Cups here. That's clarifying agape, unconditional love. Wow, we have the Prince of Swords here, which is Aquarius. Yeah, I mean, this is highlighting, especially for you, Sagittarius. Rising Sagittarius. Or just the 11th house, Aquarius. For Sagittarius rising, it is being highlighted at this moment. That's where Libra sits for Aquarius rising or Sagittarius rising. You could have Aquarius placements. Okay, let's see. Yes, we have the Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So Mars in Gemini and then the Moon in Libra. In 6 months, the challenge is the last 6 months being having that blocked vision, but having to move, having to decide, even though you may have felt off center, leading with your heart, less with the mind, because the mind may have felt blocked. The mind may have felt like, you may have felt like relationships or, yes, like dealing with karmic entanglements, that sort of thing. And then Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, love. But the origin is ending a lot of behavior or relationships that trigger certain behaviors. So no longer repeating, more so, yes, the mind may have been over-consumed and you may have become very anxious, and that was what was causing that feeling of being contained and trapped, okay? Coming out of that because you've been led somewhere. Again, we talk about movement. You may not have felt like you made a clear decision, but you have moved through this space and time by leading with your heart center, and that ignites that powerhouse. Wow. I know I sound so like my throat is still very dry. So I apologize. Okay. Past, present, and future, or can we determine what you're leaving behind, what's on your mind at the moment, and what you're going towards? Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, behind you, you loosen the chains you escaped from. Wow, look, Son of Wands. Yes, there has been movement. Okay, so you're finally at a stopping point. You're at a good point in time. The Son of Wands, that's you. That's the Knight of Wands. And also shadow aspect, or just the last decan of Scorpio. You're coming up to that time. But the last 3 months, right, the last 3 to 4 months may have been since May. You've been on the go, moving, okay? Okay. At the present moment, you're realizing a lot of the karmic effects and gaining processing knowledge, alchemy, and this is the Justice card. It is number 8, so you're starting a whole new. It's that next, coming into the next. Okay, so like karma, a lot of karma has been cleared, is what I mean. Justice card here, number 8. In Kim Krantz's The Wild Unknown Tarot, we have the Justice card listed as number 8. Okay, there's something you know that maybe others can't fully grasp or understand why it happened to you, how it happened to you. Okay, options opening up. That's what you're looking forward to, is the understanding, the processing, getting out of this, the haziness, the no longer being held back. It could feel too like what was holding you back was there. This is a lot about the planetary. It is Venus and Scorpio. So it could be your self-worth, however you felt. You maybe did not honor your value then, or the way that you were honoring your value then. could have led you to the type of relationships that were not the best for you. Okay, feeling again like took too many. It's like taking on others' karma, maybe unbeknownst to you. Relationships, right? Now friendships really play a good. The Empress, 3. Okay. there you are, 3, yes, friendships. Coming together with a new group, a new community. The community changes. 3 of Cups. That's Venus. Okay, Venus in Scorpio, Venus in Cancer. Moving to a softer era, softer approach. Inclined to care for yourself more than care for others before stepping into onto this new land, and also loosening the grip of understanding what you can control in the moment, and then letting go when needed. You've learned a huge lesson in that. Again, the clearing karma and stepping into this new karmic era that is more involved in that release, okay? Honoring that you can tend to your emotions and not feel stuck or not be held back by emotions, okay? Where do you stand now in your power? Wow. Cool. Sagittarius. This is cool. Yeah. A change of scenery as well. Okay. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Don't forget, take what resonates. This is something that you experience or someone around you experienced. Wow. Let me rewrite that. Where does Sagittarius stand now in their power? Yes, you learned huge lessons. Be assured that you know what to do. So is there a lot of need to request information? Is there a lot of need to know more than what you already know? Because you know you have the key that will allow you to move ahead. You could also still feel like you've had to move ahead without much broadcast, like you haven't told, or maybe people don't know that you escaped. You escaped trouble, right? Secretly, you had to leave. You left the bad camp. Change of scenery. Yes, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you manifested a whole new emotional landscape, okay? What surrounds you at the moment? Oh, is it that? Okay. Coming to you, you're attracting new clients, you're attracting new business, you're attracting material gain, and new landscapes, a new home, or a new place to feel security. Perfect. 9 of Pentacles. Venus. We have so much Venus energy, right? Venus met up with the nodes, meaning opposed the North Node and conjunct the South Node in Virgo. Venus in Virgo here. We have Venus in Cancer and Venus in Scorpio. Again, we have Libra and Saturn. Then we have you, and then we have the Moon in Aquarius. So all the signs that we already mentioned are coming to light here. New landscapes is the way I see it, okay? What are you afraid of? What are you hopeful? That you'll be able to regain not responsibility, but with it comes responsibility, stability, okay, regain footing. Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn. Again, the next 6 months you will experience this change in enlightenment, and you're in a new home. You may be at home a lot, saving, regenerating, okay, only spending on what you feel you should spend, okay, what you feel you should spend on. Or maybe that is the message, okay, to sort of not suppress, but to move away from fear. Okay, we have Five of Swords trying to come out. Venus in Aquarius, putting down the fight. Happy change in home, happy change in environment and community. Okay, what's the outcome? Why is this? This is the outcome for almost everyone. It's the truth. You know, the truth has set you free and you have stepped into a new timeline. If not, you're being ushered, you're being guided, you're being promoted. If you want to step into this new timeline, again, a lot about landscapes. You've entered in your timeline shift. You had to move across lands, you still have to communicate a lot over the air. So honor though that you know the truth, that you made the right decision. So now things will start to alleviate in a way that it will change for the better, is the vibration here. The Artist, card 23, Ophiuchus, and this is Sagittarius energy, the Ophiuchus zone, okay? Moon, you maybe have a moon in Sag. We have Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra. Yes, all the signs that we already mentioned. I apologize that I'm so breathy, right? Can we get clarity on the Seven of Swords? Oops. Whoa. Okay, new direction. You had to leave. Yes, again, you had to leave a relationship, or you had to leave soulmates behind, or something you were holding on to. Maybe the feeling that you could get through it. You finally decided to move away from it and go in a new direction. Okay. Yeah, it is all about leaving. Sun in Scorpio and fire. That's all being confirmed here for you during this time. One more card, please. Yep. See, here you go. New landscapes. You may not have been totally comfortable with going in that direction, but you went for it because you knew you had to move away, get away, leave it behind, move away from this relationship, okay? A lot of movement. I do want to clarify the Seven of Cups, why that's, you're looking forward to more options, right? Or to clear you're waiting for the smoke to clear, right? Can we get clarity on the Seven of Cups? It could have to do with working with others, options. In that case, you do want options, and then you want to make the right choice, is maybe the anxiety. Wow, look, many choices in work. So it is about making sure, again, that you're able to clearly, your guidance here is be clear so that you can make the choice that's right for you at work. You may have a lot of things going on at the moment. You're waiting for a new contract to come through. Movement across lands as well. Settling, the dust settling. Okay, one more card. We have Mars in Capricorn, and then Mercury in Sagittarius. I think because of the upcoming pre-retrograde shadow, and then Mercury stationing to move retrograde, or stationing retrograde. It begins at the end of this month. Okay. One more to clarify. The Seven of Cups, please. High Priestess and Ten of Swords, Sun in Gemini. So you know you made the right decision to move away. The worst is over. Choices are appearing, so you'll have to know, believe in the decision that you're making. Believe that it is the right one coming out of what you have been through. Has a lot to do with work or who you're working with. Okay. And then please clarify the artist. Again, movement, you moving through the change in landscape, having to leave, having to escape, the feeling of escaping, the feeling of the dust finally settling. Mercury in Aquarius. More Mercury, more Aquarius. Six of Swords. Clarifying the artist. You had to move somewhere. You had to go somewhere. You're in a new land. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. This will result in a better financial standing, or just the vibration of abundance picking up the pace there. Yeah, look, Eight of Pentacles, more Virgo, and then Taurus. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers, and then we have Page of Cups and Saturn in Sagittarius, 10 of Wands. Right now with Justice, right, you're experiencing the harvest, you're seeing the end result, and now to make it through, honoring the right option, because there can be a lot of options. More so, perhaps you need to feel, again, you need to feel your way through, feel it, believe it, and then clearly make the decision. Or if you feel that you have the choice that you want to make, then check in with the heart center, okay, to make the right choice. It may involve finances, but it is a lot about feeling your way through this, because you're still waiting for a lot of the dust to settle, right? So you may feel overprotective or just tired. Wow. Why Justice at the moment, right? We seem to know why. Because you're in between, you're in between, and you're attracting the new. You're waiting for the new to arrive. You're being attracted towards the new, okay? Something like coming down from the fight now, feeling more secure, feeling more established, leaving the fight behind, okay? Queen of Wands, that's fire energy, that's you, and that's a lot of Pisces and Aries energy. That's what's coming up, right? The Aries energy. Okay. That's cool. Wow. Look, you're both being drawn in, and you're being magnetically drawn towards it, and you're drawing it. So like 50-50, meeting halfway. Maybe a counterpart is also coming in. This could just be a new level of spiritual understanding, you earning more, or gaining the role upgrade, the role promotion. But it could very well mean that you are meeting someone new, a divine counterpart, or someone that will meet you halfway. We're getting that a lot. The King of Wands, that's a fixed vibration, but it's also the Salamander King, which is you, Sagittarius. This could be take only what resonates, because it doesn't have to be. There's not a lot. I don't necessarily confine or define by gender or identity, but this could be same gender relationship, whether two feminines, two masculines, or it could just mean that you are coming into that divine spiritual, because we have Two of Cups, seeing the divine counterpart within yourself, that refined balance with Justice card, right? Wow, Sag. And then one more. Okay. Yes. You will be able to see what is actually working in your favor, putting down the fight. Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. Saturn in Taurus, and then this Tower here. Something will, maybe it's like scratch that, move that aside. Here, who you thought was for you isn't necessarily, and then here comes in someone, something, what you've actually been waiting for comes in finally. Something maybe you think is right for you, you're either leaving that behind or recognizing, okay, that was just another part of the karmic understanding. I went too quickly into this new relationship, or again, in all your quick movement, you could be realizing a lot of the options are not necessarily truly what you want. So having to let go as quick as you came in is as quick as you have to let it go. Okay. Coming down from all of that, from fighting for it, and now coming to the understanding that you are drawing it in and you're being drawn in by it. All right, we end this reading. We close this reading. Sagittarius, thank you so much. I honor you, your path. Happy full moon in Aries, and take what resonates, leave the rest to the rest. Hit like if you're still here. Hit subscribe if you're still here. Thank you for coming along. And I appreciate all your everything. Thank you. Ciao.